Claire didn't know that Chang Han had no good intentions at this time. Seeing him so polite, she quickly said, "Chang Han, you are so polite." Chang Han smiled pretentiously, took out Claire's resume from the table, flipped through it pretendingly, and then said very embarrassed, "Claire, your resume is not very suitable for us. Ability or qualifications are a bit short." Having said that, Chang Han sighed and said, "Sorry, Claire, your interview failed. I suggest you to go to another company to try." Claire was taken aback, and hurriedly said, "How can you say that? I was in the management in the Wilson Group, and there is absolutely no problem with my professional ability." Chang Han shook his head and said seriously, No, your so-called qualifications and abilities are all because you are from the Wilson family. After you leave the Wilson family, you are actually nothing." "Okay." Claire's face sank, and Chang Han was clearly targeting her. Thinking of this, Claire didn't mention how angry she was. Knowing that Shin's work was already an extravagant hope, and she no longer had a good face, got up and walked out directly. Chang Han smiled triumphantly behind her, and muttered, "As long as I stay in the faith for one day, you don't have to come in." At this moment, Charlie was waiting in the rest area. After a while, he saw Claire walking out with a grieved expression. He hurriedly greeted her and asked in confusion, "What's wrong with my wife? Didn't the application go smoothly?" Claire's eyes blushed and she directly told the story of the interview. After listening to Claire, his heart became angry. This Chang Han is really shameless. I didn't bother him and it was enough to give him face. How dare he show my wife a face? Thinking of this, he directly sent a message to Solomon White. Chang Han of Shin Group is a little jumpy. Even dared to bully my wife. How is President White going to solve it? At this time, Solomon White was waiting for Charlie with his bodyguards in the lobby downstairs. After receiving this text message abruptly, he was frightened. DMN, I was deliberately trying to fawn on Charlie. This Chang Han even dared to offend his wife. Isn't this man looking for trouble for himself? In anger, Solomon White immediately said to the assistant without hesitation, "Call all the members of the trust and board of directors. Shin Construction Company, Limited. Itself is a subsidiary of White's family, so Solomon White's majesty here is like an emperor." Solomon White had just arrived, and a large number of executives from the board of directors hurried over. As the head of the White family, Solomon White, the group of Shin people cannot offend him. If he disbands Shin in a rage, everyone will have to sleep on the street. Chang Han is not a member of the board of directors, so he doesn't know how much trouble he has caused. After driving away Claire, he returned to his office, sitting on the office chair with a smug face and smoking a cigar. When Jianhua and Wan heard that he had chased Claire away, they both felt extremely relieved of their hatred. They surrounded him one by one to praise, "Mr. Chang Han is really awesome," and your one sentence made Claire go. That is, President Chang Han is a senior executive of Shin. Among us classmates, the best mix is President Han. Wan and Jianhua touted Chang Han, thinking in their hearts that if they can hug Chang Han's thighs, they will have a bright future, not to mention the development. Chang Han said triumphantly, "I used to think Charlie was not pleasing to the eye, but now his wife wants to apply for Shin, but there is no door for such people in the company." Wan said, "Oh, Mr. Han, you should have taken a video with your phone just now. I really want to see how ugly Claire's expression is after being rejected." Chang Han laughed and said, "It's like FC King crying, so FC King laughing at me." Jianhua hurriedly asked, "What about Charlie? Did you follow it?" "I haven't seen him." Chang Han snorted coldly, and said, "If Charlie dares to come, IF*C King spray him directly, the smelly wire still dared to write a letter, and I will break his legs." Wan complimented, "Mr. Chang Han, you are really amazing. How could Charlie's stinky rag compare to you?" Chang Han laughed and said, "Wait, when I join the board of directors of Shin Company, these people will look up and worship me." Jianhua hurriedly asked, "Mr. Han, are you going to join the board of directors?" "Almost." Chang Han said with a smile, "It's in operation. If nothing happens, I will go in a few months." "You are really amazing. Jianhua gave a thumbs up and exclaimed, "Mr. Chang Han, don't forget me, brother in the future." Chang Han nodded. "Don't worry, I will take care of you." As he was talking, there was a loud bang, and the door of Chang Han's office was kicked open. "Who the h*ll dare to kick my door?" Chang Han was taken aback and was about to scold him. He turned around and saw all the members of the board of directors arrived, complimenting a middle-aged man in a suit, and quickly he swallowed the words into his stomach. Solomon White looked at Chang Han gloomily and said, "Are you Chang Han?" Chang Han was stunned and nodded and said, "It's me." Without saying anything, Solomon White slapped him on the face. "You're going to F*** King die. Who gives you the right to refuse Miss Wilson's interview?" Chang Han's face immediately swelled into a pig's head, and he was stupefied. "Who are you? Dare to beat me? Hit you? I not only hit you, I can kill you." Solomon White kicked Chang Han to the ground, stepped on his head and said, "Do you know that Mr. Wade told me that I must pass Miss Wilson's interview, but I was messed up by your rubbish. Don't let you pay, my name Solomon White is written backwards."